Hey guys, how's it going? It's me, Yoko from Japan. Welcome back to my channel. So this is a Q&A live session brought to you from Fukuoka Prefecture, Japan. How are you guys doing? I see only one comment. Hello. So, sorry, this is a bit later than usual. I was late. I was up till late at night last night. Yeah, my friend didn't let me go to sleep, so... Anyway, hello. So, how are you guys doing? What are you guys up to? Oh my gosh, my iPad just moved. So, as you know, there's G7 going on in the UK, and this is the front page of Sankei Shimbun. And you see the picture. Wait, what? I almost wait. Sorry. Yeah, you see the picture. So this is our front page, and it's so nice to see our Prime Minister there. And yeah, it's the first time after 2 years, right, that they have this meeting like face to face. So that's really great that they did that. Good morning, Yoko. Oh, Singapore. Oh, good morning. Or it's noon now. But hi, Yoko. Drog, hello. I haven't forgotten about the question I want to ask you by private message. I just haven't had enough time. Oh, okay. I'll be expecting that then. Good day. I had a question in relation to Japan future in international diplomacy. Oh, what kind of question is that? You can ask me here. Thinking about moving to an apartment in Tokyo as an American citizen. Oh, cool. You have a job, like some kind of expertise. I wonder, I'm not sure about the immigrant situation right now, like if due to COVID-19 situation. It was interesting. Somebody said to me on Twitter that we should cancel the Olympics here in Tokyo. I mean, I'm not in Tokyo, but here in Japan, and give it to some other country. But I'm like, Japan is actually safe. You know, people are freaking out and overreacting, but I'm pretty sure that our country is much safer than other countries. You know, like our number and vaccine situation might not be as good as other countries maybe, but it's because we are so strict and we're so accurate, you know, when it comes to counting down the numbers and everything. So like we're honest. And yeah, so anyway, I've been busy studying financial related topics. Whoa, cool. How are you doing? Also, I can't wait for the Trump rallies to start in July. Oh, it's starting? I didn't know that. Wow, Trump time. It's so interesting that, like, I know that the mainstream media needs Trump, like, after all, right? Like, when he moves, the attention of the people in the world moves, like, it shifts to Trump, and he's a moneymaker because you know how he is. So that's exciting. Simple technology development is a thing. However, demography is also a tool. How do you think Japan could fix the massive issue related to that in 2050? Demography? What do you mean by that? I'm not sure if I understand that question. Japan, like technology. Due to technology, things change? Or can you paraphrase that, please? Kamala Harris has been thrown under a bus by her own political party after her failed foreign trip to Guatemala, about the border wall that she still refuses to go visit and dodging a question about it. Oh yeah, I saw the picture by Sarah Carter, and it had like how Kamala Harris lied that she didn't go right to the border. Not sure. Like I haven't been following much, but yeah, my people in Guatemala didn't want Kamala. Uh, number of child per woman. Japan has massive demographic issue, not enough child. What do you think about Japan? Oh, okay. It's how we see it's all about economy, because it's what we keep hearing too from the people around us, like in person, like not just on the topics on the table, like political topics on the table, but in real life. Like I'm 35 years old right now, and people, like girls around me or women around me, want to have baby, but they say that they can't because of the financial situation, and our whole entire country is in recession. And like we keep working and working, and we don't make enough to make a living. Like that's how it is. Like we can't even feed ourselves. So like there and the government keeps, you know, trying to get more taxes from us, and like it's big government here. So like that's something that we need to fix. So conservatives here, like some of them are starting to have this movement to reduce our tax, and that's a good thing. And also I don't know, I think that we're just trying to fix economy in general, but it's all about the power. Why is it called in English? Let me look it up, because it's let me, what's that word? I forget. Vested interests. Yeah. So vested interests by like the financial ministry and so on. They have the power like over politicians, like national diet members. So like we, like for example, our former administration, Abe administration, didn't like. I know that the prime minister at the time didn't want to raise our tax, like consumption tax. It went from 5% to 8%, and then 10%. Like it, even though there was so-called Abenomics, like just like Reaganomics, Abenomics was fixing our economy, but at the same time, so it was getting better. But at the same time, the same administration raised the tax, like consumption tax, and the economy just it's like going forward and backward at the same time, and it rather went backward. And so, and that does a lot to like does a lot of harm to people's living, you know. So we can't afford to have children. So it's like I know that Westerners often, like especially alt-right kind of people, talk about how people are not interested in reproduction and so on, but it's not about that. You know, they're maybe it's correct in their countries, but here, if that's what they think, then that's something like they're reading too much into it. It's just simply economy. So when the economy is good in our country, the number of our children, like it goes up, and when it's bad, it goes down. Like it's as simple as that. Yeah. Yeah. So yes, there is a problem of trying to get labor from other countries, and it's really so weird now that I live in Fukuoka Prefecture. It's like Japan is like Japan consists of mainly 4 big islands, right? And I live in the southern one, and even though our prefecture is not as large as Tokyo or Osaka, like it comes like after those cities. Like it's not that big, but like even here in this residential area, there are grocery stores, of course, and the staffs that at the cashiers, cashiers, they are foreigners a lot of the time. And it's just so like, oh my gosh, like Japan is changing. But at the same time, though, those are often just foreign students. So it's not like they're living here permanently, maybe, not sure. But that's happening though. So even in Japan, that's happening. So that's crazy, 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 crazy. Demography means the study of statistics. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Open borders for Israel? What do you mean by that? Like I can't really comment on Middle East because I'm not too familiar, and it's like there's no good answer to areas around there. It's like so the history there is so complicated, and I need to study too. Like, was it last year or the year before? Like my husband kept making me watch movies about Christianity and so on. So I kind of have ideas about what like all the issues there, but I still need to study. La, 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 la. Some incentives for Japanese couple. I think what we need is financial aids. If the government is taking up our money as taxes, then they should return them to us, right? To make a good circulation, and they're not doing that. Maybe they are, but it's not enough. So it's not like incentives, but we need support, in my opinion. But the government, though, like for the COVID-19 situation, a lot of business got damaged. So the government gives you all these aids, where you can apply online and so on, and you can get a certain amount of money monthly and so on. So my husband does all the work too. So we are supported by the government, here and there, like for our rent and so on too. So that's good. But, Hungary removes taxes and provides good loans for young families. Oh, the more children they have, more, yeah. No need to pay back if they have 4+ children. Oh, that's a good idea. That's good. Yeah, we need something like that too. I think that our country is going for the direction of that, though. That if you have more children, yeah. Okay, more comments. Oh yeah, I hear that. Somebody told me last week you may now have 3 children now in China. I don't know. I don't know what's going on there. Haven't checked, but yeah, man, Mississippi. Did you see the news that the Democrat in Hong Kong, Agnes Cho, was released from the prison? Like, is it released? Like, I don't know the technical term, but yeah, she's now out. But I guess that she has to stay quiet for a while. I'm not sure though what happened while she was there. Man, we need to do something about that. But before I go more into that, thank you for the super chat, BBDC. Yes, I made it to Yoko time. Thank you. What are your thoughts on vaccine passports and their inherent discrimination? Inherent. Yeah. I'm not familiar with big words. I feel like I know it, but I just need to make sure. Oh no, I was wrong. Huh. 固有の discrimination. About the vaccine, what is it? Vaccine passport. I it's like it's so I just see as super political. It's so like very very super political, the vaccine passports, and I don't know. I don't think much about vaccine, even though it's on the front page. Like you see, this is vaccine, vaccine. It says vaccine here, and it's like they're talking about it, and I actually do not pay attention much. Should I? Like, do you guys care about that? I mean, obviously VVDC does, but I don't know. I guess I am spoiled as a Japanese citizen because like we kind of feel that we will get around it anyway, like if we do the vaccine passports thing or not. So like I'm not closely paying attention. Sorry. But anyway, thank you for super chat though. It's like I don't know, like I don't want to be forced to get a shot and so on. Like my husband and I were saying like, all the important people and active people will get vaccine shots, and then so generally it will be prevented and the virus will be gone from our country, and so like we will just go with it, that people will be taking actions, we will just be here as we are. And yeah, I don't know. Another super chat. Thank you, Marshall. Hello, greetings from America. Hope all is well. Thank you so much. All is well when you guys are here with me. Thank you so much. Let's go back a little bit. What was I? On a serious note, if Trump doesn't not come back, there will be an everything crash, and we will have the second Great Depression with Trump. Thinks it will be better, but it is still going to be bad. So you mean like things depend on Trump, like if he will come back or not? Didn't he kind of like get aged while he's gone? I don't know if that's stress or the age, but I feel like he kind of got a bit like not skinny, but like yeah, he lost his like weight or something. I'm a little worried about his stamina and so on. But like America though is full of leaders, like younger generations and so on. And even though like of course the rich and powerful people get the power, like older generations have the power, even in America, which is interesting because I feel like we as Japanese, we think that America it's like individualism and equality, and we expect that America doesn't have like the culture of respecting the elderly people as much as we do and so on, that you're kind of free like compared to us, but like powerful people are like older, and that's one interesting aspect. But anyway, as for Trump, I don't know. Interesting. But Trump though is still very popular here in Japan still too, because we like it's really like I can't thank him enough for shifting the policy of America. It was America was America was dealing with Middle East situation and so on, but they shifted to Asia or against China, and Trump started to be cautious of China's behavior to gain the world hegemony. So and now there are like we are like on this during this G7 summit. Like maybe it's because we're in Japan, like in Asia, like we're right next to China, and but this paper keeps talking about how much they're talking about China and how G7 should deal with China. All this COVID-19 and security, national security, and everything. So, but this is the consequences of Trump administration and their policy. So I still am very thankful, and yeah. And it's interesting though that this, like, this is a conservative newspaper, and they keep talking about how Japan, no, how Western nations started to be on the same page as Japan, like as if we are ahead in this game. But the reality is that the like America and Europe and other nations are sanctioning China, for example, but as Japan, we don't even have the policy, like on how to deal with China. And right now, what my husband and I and our friends, like even including Tibetans, Uyghurs, some Mongolians, Hong Kongers, and so on, what we are trying to do here is to have the resolution to accuse China for human rights issues approved. We want the resolution to be approved, and so we're talking to national diet members, and we're holding press conferences and so on, so that we can create the foundation to make laws like Western nations. But so what I'm trying to say is that we're behind in the move in the international society against China. However, like our conservative newspaper or conservatives in general, we keep saying that, like Western nations are now with us. Like they get it now. I mean, I used to say that, but that's before like Western nations started to take actions. So yeah, that's interesting. Oh, super chat! Wait. This is a super chat. Thank you. I'm just curious. Sorry for asking. No, don't be sorry. On a unpolitical note, have you ever read Berserk manga series? Rest in peace, Kentaro. Oh, I've heard of it, but no, I haven't. I've never read that. I'm not very familiar with manga or anime. My husband, though, we are signed for Netflix, and so my husband sometimes watches like popular anime and so on. But I don't think he knows about this one. Like, sorry, I'm not familiar. But I'm so glad to know that you are enjoying it though. Like, well, I don't know about other Japanese people, but as for conservative people, we are thankful that people overseas read our manga or watch our anime, because that's like all the creative works from here contain our cultural value, and foreign people getting that means a lot to us. Like we're on the same page, like spiritually or mentally, and that's an amazing thing. And it comes like vice versa. I watch a lot of American TV shows, or movies, and I'm like, as you can see, I am so Americanized, and it's because I consume a lot of American entertainment. So it's cool. Like we're coming together, even though we do respect each other's culture. So it's really nice when that happens, and it's really like refreshing every time I come across foreign people that actually respects our values. Like they they talk to us in like while bowing, or they come with such a soft tone and respect us, because in I don't know, from my experience, foreign people just talk to each other like casually mostly, but even on a private level, like it doesn't have, like, even aside from workplaces, we Japanese tend to be very, very polite to each other, using different kind of forms when we speak, to be polite and so on. And I don't think that other countries have that as much. But sometimes when there are foreign people that enjoy our culture, they adjust themselves to our standards. So that's really, really nice. Ooh, okay, let's go up a little bit. La, 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 la. Hmm. Yoko, what do you think is the bigger potential security risk to Japan, South Korea, or Okinawa? I see as a different topic or aspect. Like about South Korea, what we think about is whether South Korea is on the side of us, free world, or the red team, like communist side. Like, like geographically too, South Korea is in the middle of Japan and the US, and China and North Korea and so on. Like they're in the middle, so they have to choose a side. And it's interesting that as for this G7 summit, South Korea is there, but as a guest, and they're not one of us. So it's like, oh, which one, which side are they going to take, So that's what I think about when it comes to South Korea, especially when they present their President Moon. He is basically a North Korean guy, working for North Korea in South Korea. And he is destroying all the systems in South Korea so that conservatives can't rise. So that's what I'm seeing. He's behaving like a dictator. So that's what I see. So that's why I think about South Korea like that. And at the same time, Okinawa, that's more critical, I guess, because there comes like physical actions, Okinawa prefecture, and also the islands near there, Senkaku Islands. The Senkaku Islands, around the waters around there, China has been coming in multiple ships every day, like every day in a row. China keeps coming into it's not a territorial water, but sometimes they do come into the territorial water too. But often it's around the waters, around Senkaku Islands. The waters around Senkaku Islands. They come with one cannon at least, and they are trying to show that it's their territories, because they're I always forget this difficult word. Fait accompli. Yeah, they're trying to establish fait accompli by coming into our waters every day, like showing like, oh, it's our islands. So yeah, and it's been going on for like massively for a long time. And Xi Jinping's I think he's like, is it like a re-election, like his term, he will get another term, or like we will know if he does or not. But so it's coming. And at the same time, this July, I believe, is the 100-year anniversary since the birth of the Chinese Communist Party. So they want some kind of legacy. And Taiwan or Japanese Senkaku Islands are the targets, possible targets. I feel like though that they're coming to Okinawa or Senkaku Islands, but they what they could easily do is the small islands of Taiwan. Those might be what they're coming to, but I'm not sure though. Like we will know. But for Japan, I am worried about our territorial issues. Yes. Okay. You look elegant today, by the way. Ooh, thank you. The black, the color of black. uh, every president doesn't age well when in office. So I agree. I agree. It's like every president or prime minister. Yeah, like even Obama, like he aged so much, like in the 8 years, man. And our prime minister Abe, he aged a lot too. I mean, it was a long time though, but yeah, lots of gray hair and everything. Huh? They say he'll be reinstated in August. Do you believe that? I find that to be wildly over optimistic. Reinstated? Reinstate. Huh. Huh. Like back to his job? Like Trump? That's. I don't think that will happen. I don't know, but I don't think so either. Trump says he feels like 35 years old, like Ivanka's age, almost. He doesn't sleep 16 hours a day like Biden. Yeah. Like Donald Trump is an amazing person. Like, yeah, I bet the Americans are very proud of him. It's really sad though, like once Trump went into the Republican Party, the media or the Hollywood celebrities and so on, they were with Trump, but they just turned around. It's so sad. Trump is considering running for a House Senate. If he wins that position, then goodbye to Nancy Pelosi. Yeah, I know that Nancy Pelosi is hated a lot. At the same time, though, my friends in the world, those who are fighting against CCP, they are liberals, and so they are good friends with Nancy Pelosi. So it's really like when you think about that, it's like ooh, it's Taiwan is a country. Yes, our prime minister actually said that when they had what's called like the party leaders had a discussion, I think here, and our prime minister called Taiwan a country. So that was a huge one step forward. Do you have access to English YouTube? There is a channel called Iraq Veteran AAA. You should check out if you are into guns hobby. Ooh, okay. Iraq Veteran. He was in Iraq serving. Okay, let's go down. Sorry, I'm just reading. Hi, Yoko-san. Hi. Japan and America. Thank you, Kentaro. Kentaro is the character? Wait, let's go here and here. I read an article about Japan lacking internationally on Japan Forward. Good read. Oh, lacking internationally? Lacking what? Yeah, Japan Forward is good because it's a English version of this newspaper pretty much. I mean, they don't publish articles like this though, but it's the same company. It's legally those are different companies, but but Japan Forward is inside of Sankei Shimbun building. So yeah, Berserk is really only popular with weebos and otaku. Oh, that's good though. That's good. I am like, it's really nice that they're like nerds up there. Yeah. Like, for example, I see PewDiePie and he speaks Japanese here and there, and he gets all these memes and so on, and it's really nice, because like just a bit of like speaking Japanese, I feel very close to him, just by that, and it's really amazing. Oh, another super chat. Thank you, VVDC. Did you see our pathetic American pro wrestler John Cena apologize in Mandarin for calling Taiwan country? Really? I missed that. Wow. He apologized? That's awful. Like, was he pressured by people, or man, all this political correctness and like this push from the left is just disgusting, in my opinion. Like what happened to freedom of speech and expression? And he apologized in Mandarin. That's like, wow. He was pressured by Hollywood. PewDiePie endorsed BLM riots. Really? I didn't know that. I mean, he's an influencer and he wants to look good, right? just like Hollywood people. But I thought he would be on the side of alt-right people and so on. Huh. That's a little bum. That's a bummer. He was pressured. He was too nice. Whoa. He should have just stood up. Man, but I guess that you can't survive if you do that. He was pressured by his movie studio because he is a star in the new Fast and Furious movie. Oh, Fast and Furious. Oh, that's a difficult choice, though. He gave in. Fast and Furious is a huge deal. Like, I get it, but oh man. PewDiePie endorsed the message, not the riots. I checked it out. Yeah, that differentiates. Look, I'm looking for something in Japan, but something really, really artisanal, no industrial or common. If you have any option for one of your follower, why? What? Sorry, I didn't get it. PewDiePie is Swedish. She's predisposed to being weak and apologizing when he should. I don't know. I don't know much about his political side, like PewDiePie. But he's one of the reasons why I started to play games now. I mean, only one game, COD mobile, COD, Call of Duty. I play that now, and it's after I watched this Canadian YouTuber, like a female YouTuber, like she's a makeup guru and so on, but she was playing game one day and it looked cool. So I checked out other people playing the same game, and PewDiePie was good at it. And I checked out his other videos, and I'm like, oh, I want to play some game too. And now I play like every day, like a little too much. Yeah. All lives matter. Yes. And especially, I really want people to think about the lives taken away by CCP right now. Man, like I really, you know what I miss? I miss my Hong Konger friends. There are lots of supporters in this political activities against China. You know, they're like, we are friends with people from Tibet, Uyghur, like East Turkestan, and Southern Mongolia, Hong Kong, Taiwan, Cambodia, Vietnam, and so on. Like, we're all like allies, you know. But especially as for Hong Kong, my husband and I, it's like our first project that we worked as a team, you know, my husband and I. And we learned a lot from the leader there, like an independence guy, you know. His name is Andy Chan, and he was nominated for the Nobel Peace Prize too, because we did have him, you know, have him become a candidate of the prize, and he didn't receive that. But yeah, he was so amazing, and I really miss him and his friends. You know, like Hong Konger young people, Hong Kongers, they are like, I don't know why it is, but we relate so well, you know. So and they're really like, they're young kids, so they're really funny and everything too, and very smart, like the kind of people that we were hanging out with. So yeah, it's too bad that we can't contact them anymore. Like, we're not just saying it, like, we're not contacting Hong Kongers in Hong Kong anymore, like at all. Like, we don't want to give them risks, but yeah, it's really sad. Like, such an amazing leader there. But CCP, yeah, it's really depressing when I think about it. Yep, the guy Andy Chan from Hong Kong, he even went to CPAC, you know, CPAC as in America's CPAC. There was one in South Korea, and he came. He didn't make it to Japan, because the Japanese one, because he was arrested when he was trying to come, you know. But for South Korean one, he came. He had to leave in less than 24 hours, but yeah. Yoko, have you heard of the Japanese website, the Japan Times? Oh yeah, they publish articles in English, and they are extremely liberal and bash Japan constantly. That's great that you noticed that. Apparently, liberal gaijin mostly read. Yes. I know about that. Like, English sources from here, aside from Japan Forward, you can just think about them all as liberal. Like, Japan Forward is the only sane one. And yeah, Japan Times and like all these English sources, they bash Japan. They are just spreading propaganda. And it's not media, it's just propaganda making machine. COD Mobile is great. Yes. I'm getting better. You know, I have a team now, and I'm the leader of our so-called clan. And yeah, we practice every night like a club. Let's go. Have you heard of Florida Governor Ron DeSantis? He's basically Trump 2.0. Zero. Yeah, I keep hearing his name from you guys, and so yeah, my radar is on him. But I think I will look into all this election related stuff soon. I haven't for now, but I don't think Trump will be reinstated by August without Antifa BLM soy uprising and kinetic warfare. I think he's trying to be strategic to avoid such situations. Interesting. Hmm. Wee. Yeah, let's go down here. Huh? Isn't Japan Forward a Western media, or was it another Japan news site? It's the Japanese, no, English version of this newspaper, Sankei Shimbun. So it's a Japanese one, and it's a conservative leaning source, the only one here in Japan. So yeah, you should check them out. Japan Forward kept putting out anti-Trump articles lately, saying that Biden's a return to order. I can get that. I'm not sure if they are anti-Trump, but like we do have a controversy here. Like you know how QAnon type of people spread all this crazy, what's it called, conspiracy theory. Like, of course, there was problems with the election, right? But like they take it too far from that, and Japanese people can't tell. Like we have this language barrier, and so a lot of conservatives here started to be deceived by all this crazy people, and so our field got messed up so much, and now our conservative community is divided due to the presidential election in America. So that's happening. So I guess that and yeah, and so our people that do all these political activities, or those who are engaged in real politics, we are trying to stop that from, spreading. And so we don't, yeah, we do have a bit of a negative image when it comes to like all this, stories about the election. Like we do know that there were some frauds, but like there are some exaggerations, and yeah. So I don't know. I can't put it together very well, but I hope that you get what I'm trying to say. Oh, about 10 minutes to go on this live stream. Just a plan. 10 Days of Darkness. Yeah. It's yeah. God bless you, Yoko Japan. Thank you. So can I hope to travel to Japan again before the end of this year? I think so. Like in summer, the COVID-19 will shrink anyway, and together with that, there'll be people, lots of people will be getting vaccinated. Like even my parents are getting shots, and my husband's parents too. Like it starts with older generation, and because we need to protect them, they don't have immune system as much, like they don't have a strong one. So it's starting from there, and yeah, and I think that it will get better soon. It's amazing how people can get the shots though. Personally, I'm too scared. Question: why random? Oh, because I used to make daily vlogs back in the day. And so originally I was making daily vlogs, and all the footage that I put together when you watch the whole video, it comes in random. So I named myself Random Yoko. But then I started to get interest in politics. So I became Political Yoko, but I kept the name Random Yoko, if that makes sense. Yeah. I'm so random that my interests change a lot, and that's why my channel never grows because I'm doing different things. And even for making YouTube videos, I have sometimes I'm passionate, other times I'm not. So in the past month or so, or maybe months, I've been thinking again a little too much. And I'm like, where do I want to go? What do I want to do? And I've been picturing myself, like my life, a lot. And yeah, I think I want to do live streams like this though, and I keep saying that, but I just haven't been I haven't made up my mind yet. Like, when I'm the kind of person who makes up her mind, and when that happens, I go like like I concentrate so much. So when I make a decision or determination, I'm very, very careful, if that makes sense. So cool. Yes. Regarding immigration, don't you think Japan is sometimes too naive? Yeah. Thinking all immigrants are the same. I mean, where are you from? Yes. I think there are lots of loopholes too. And lately we have the problem of foreigners coming in as maybe like sightseeing or foreign students visa or something. They come into Japan, right? And then the visa ends. So they have to return home, but they don't. So they are kept in our facility. And then there are some cases that those people die, and then we are accused. And the liberals here are like lawyers, are leftists in like mostly, so they help out all these foreigners and so on and bash Japan. But I'm like, just go back home. So things like that happen. And as for, I don't know about other how they enter too, but fundamentally we have the immigration policy because it's all tied with economy and business. Our country, like, as you can probably tell, our government tried to, like, it's because of, like, our economy is bad, and that is because, as I said, it's due to the tax situation and like just our economical cycle in general. But the government doesn't want to fix that because there are lots of power struggles and so on, and it's so hard to deal with, right? So then they go to no, they use immigration policy to get around it, and at the same time it does well for their voters, the business owners. A lot of them do business with China, so yeah, and or other countries like in Southeast Asia and so on. So it's, for them it's a good circulation, but for us it's a bad circulation. So yeah, it's yeah, they should realize that there are more important things than money, and they are naive. Yes. Well, super chat, thank you. I have to go. Okay, but I just wanted you to know that I love your content, and thank you so much for having the courage to speak your mind. Please, everyone in the chat, support your. Oh, thank you so much. I am really grateful for your comment and all this super chat that you gave me today. Thank you, and bye bye. If you have to go. Okay. Is there any video games you are playing? I have Apex Legends on my PS4, but it's so hard to use the controller that I gave up already. I don't know if you have any recommendations. I have PS4, so if you have any recommendation, let me know. I do want to play something, but I'm not familiar with games, and I usually like not the third person view, but like first person view. I like all the graphic and so on, you know. Do you like Shinny? I don't know that. What is that? Oh, I need to go in 5 minutes. Wish I could come to Japan and find a nice, short, loyal, and cute wife. Man, I feel like there are lots of I get comments like that a lot, you know. There are lots of many of you that want to come here and find a wife, you know. And I'm like, oh, that would make a good business. But then does that, I don't know about that politically, if that's good politically, but personally though, I do hope that you do find somebody, because there are, you know, women here that really appreciate other cultures and so on, and that speak English and everything. So yeah, yeah. Let's go up a little bit. Biden is a return to normal. That's the problem. Man, Trump did all the great things, and he like it's how America is though. It's like Republican Party and Democratic Party. They do, this side does something, and then the next term this side changes that, and then that the other one fixes it. It's like, oh, it keeps moving back and forth. So, and that's how, you know, they keep a balance, I think. So that's not a bad thing, but sometimes it goes really left, so, and you can't take it back, man. But I think that real seriously, like American conservatives and Japanese conservatives need to unite more. You know, the only connection that we have right now is through American Conservative Union and Japanese Conservative Union, and it's great, but we need, like, as a movement, or I don't know, like like as a personal level, we need more ties, like Japan and America, because like it's what you are going through in America is pretty much the same as here, you know. And like I am I feel so close to America, not just culturally, but politically too. Like I rather like I almost feel like we're one big country, you know. It's how much like we're in the same war right now. Yeah, man, I I was gonna talk about G7, but I didn't. But they're not much though on this. Let's see. They had the. Let me introduce you to you briefly. Sorry, my mistake. Like they have all this chart too. Wait, wait here. You see all the flags? There's this table or chart or whatever it's called, and they summarize what each country is saying about China and so on. So that's cool. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and when I see like America, Japan, the UK, Canada, France, Germany, and Italy, and only Germany here, according to this summary, only Germany is like, you know, yes, Germany is on the same page as G7, but when it comes to automobile sales and so on, they will make much of the economic relation with China. So that's like the only one that stands out in a bad way. So, I don't know. And maybe Italy too is bad. But Europe is so far from China that they often do business with China historically too, and that's something that we need to change. But then again, Japan, as my country, my country is not doing well against China, so I am not in the position to bash Europe. So, man. Okay. Okay. What kind of games do you usually play? First person shooter, strategy, survival. I play first person shooting game, FPS. So, I mean, I only play Call of Duty mobile at the moment, and yeah. And I do enjoy shooting. I've never shot in person though. I've never held a gun. And for that, probably I need to go to America. But I'll be too scared of accidents and so on because I hear some news sometimes. That's rare, I know, but yeah. But yeah, at least virtually, I'm like an American conservative. Like, yeah, man, I need to go to Texas, man. Japanese people more into video games than anime and manga or something else in entertainment. It depends on what kind of people. It's the same elsewhere in the world, I think. But people play games on the phone recently or nowadays. It's like all these kids nowadays, like teenage kids and people in the 20s or so, they are often on the phone playing some kind of game. So that's how this generation is. Hello, Yaka. Hello. I need to go now, though. About Fauci, I haven't been following. I'm like, part of me is like, of course, I need to pay attention to that, but at the same time, it's like something that time will tell. Especially because coming from another country, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I need to choose which topic to dive into. Did you like Morning Musume when you were younger? Yes. When I was 15 or so, the first Morning Musume was established or formed as a group. So yeah, I listened to their song a lot. But then they kept changing, so I stopped following all the things. Anyway, I need to go now. Thank you guys for coming out. I know that I'm politically not very active. I am all the political activities that I'm doing right now is against China. There are many projects though against China that we have, and it's like something that we need to do behind the scenes. Like we contact each other and we plan together, and those things don't come out and we can't reveal. So, but two main things. So the National Diet resolution to accuse China for their human rights oppression. Yeah, that's something that my husband is in charge of actually, and he's been talking to the National Diet members and so on. So that's one project, and another is the Beijing Olympics boycott. So it's something that we can do after the Tokyo Olympics, I guess. But yeah, and there will be lots of protests against CCP because there are lots of historical marks that we need to emphasize, or like we need to appeal on, so that people will be enlightened and we will not forget, and we will hold China accountable. So that's something that I'm working on with my husband and our friends. So, okay, I'm gonna go now. So thank you guys for coming. Okay. Okay. I'm just just reading. Sayonara. Yeah. Thank you guys. Time for lunch. Cool. When is your next live stream? In a week. I hold this every Saturday for you guys. If you're on the other side of the world, Saturday 11 p.m. EST. So every week I'm holding this. So come out again. Okay. Now in Tokyo, antas has been no genocide-free Uyghur much. Yeah. Bye, Yoko. Always loves these streams. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mata ne. Thank you. If you miss me, follow me on Twitter at Random Yoko, and we can get in touch there. Okay. So I'm gonna cue the outro and go. So thank you again, and I'll talk to you in a week. Bye.